Good morning, dear children. To everybody, am I audible? Are you people able to hear me? Very well then. So, today and in the next class, we will be discussing, we will be clearing your doubts. Okay? Starting from first chapter, second chapter, and then last chapter, that is Africa. So, from which chapter you people want to start? First chapter, second chapter, or last chapter, Africa? Let me tell you one thing. In terms of importance of subjects, importance of topics as a examination point of view, I would like to inform that the most difficult chapter is basically your second chapter, that is atmosphere. Okay. Second thing is your Africa, because it is based on continents. So 10 marks question from Africa chapter definitely will be coming. That is your map work. So make sure map work. Most of you have not done the map work. The last class also I have informed you. Many of you have omitted the map work. Most of you have done, but maximum of you have omitted it. You have not done it. All right. Your map work consists of entire 10 marks. You have done last year, you know, it carries 10 marks. All right. I have given you, I think so, most probably 15 to 16 names or altogether 20 names maximum, out of which 10 names comes in our examination that you already know. Okay. First of all, I would like to say something about map work. All right. I would like to show something to you people regarding map work. I want to discuss something regarding map work, which you people have done in previous year, but there was eminent amount of mistakes. Many mistakes were there previous year. So just please do one thing. Come to page number 114, where your practice map of Africa is there. Everybody. Worksheet 114. If you people observe, there are 6 sections given. First one is water bodies, next one is rivers, next one is mountains, then desert, then lakes, basically. Okay, worksheet, it is written now on the outline map of Africa, mark, name and color the following. All right, these are just the examples, and the map work hopefully which you people will be getting in your examination, in that water bodies will be already marked, means rivers will be already marked. I hope so. Okay, I'm not confirmed. In the next class, I will confirm it to you. Okay, when we are having Thursday, we are having the next class. No, on Thursday, I will be confirming it to you that which type of map you people have received from the school. All right, because I haven't seen it, so I cannot tell you confidently that which type of map, but expect map in which water bodies, means especially rivers, are already marked. That is going to come in your examination. So what your work will be? Your work will be to identify the rivers as per its shape, its location. Okay. It is, I hope and I pray that it does not come to draw the rivers in the outline map. No, I pray that it never comes. I pray that rivers should be already marked in your map, which you people will be receiving from, which you have received from the school. All right. Now in that, whenever a river word comes that you have to mark, take for an example, you have to mark the river Nile. Okay, you know the location, you have to know the location, you have to identify that which one is river Nile. You know, from the top, Mediterranean Sea, the 90-degree angle river is your Nile river, right? At the top, this particular side, right? It becomes what? It becomes your Nile river. So the thing is that how you are going to mark it in your map. As you know that I have already said that hopefully you will be getting marked rivers only. So marked river. River Nile. Marked river, river Nile. What you have to do? See, you have to firstly closely observe that River Nile is having 2 to 3 tributaries as well as distributaries. Don't mark distributaries and tributaries as your River Nile. It will become wrong. All right. Take for an example, if the question comes that you have to mark White Nile, not Nile, White Nile you have to mark. So what you're going to see is that this is the main branch. This particular area is the main branch of River Nile. All right. When it is coming towards my as well as your right hand side, okay, the first branch which is there in your right hand side, this particular portion is your White Nile. Remember, so from where you are going to mark it, this point you are seeing, this particular point, from where rivers are actually divided into 3 to 4 branches. Okay, the dividing portion, from dividing portion to its left hand side, here you are going to mark it. This becomes your White Nile. And how you are going to write it, you need to highlight it with the help of black pen, black gel pen. Okay, and it is advised, it is better you don't use any color for now. Okay, because I have seen most of your map works painted in rainbow colors. I don't want that. Purple, pink, no. There is no such water body and landscape which is of purple color and pink color. Please don't do that. It is better either you mark it properly with your pencil or use black gel pen. Don't use black ink pen or fountain pen or something like that. Don't use a sketch pen and everything. But the correct and appropriate way to do your map work is usage of black gel pen as well as pencil colors. Not a sketch pen, no crayons. Okay, pencil color. But for now, for this time, I'm asking you not to use any color. Don't use any color. Simply use your black gel pen or black dot pen. Clear? Black ball pen or black gel pen. Now, what you're going to do? Now, this was the entire River Nile, out of which only White Nile was asked. Okay. If you want to see the appropriate location, you can see it page number 109, where physical map of Africa is given. Physical map of Africa is given. Just see to it. Just see to it. Where boldly Africa is written, there is one place written as Darfur. And if you are moving further right hand side, you will find your White Nile River. See it. Locate it in your map, everybody. Mahika, it is there in 109 page number, beta. It is there in page number 109. Look to the physical map. See where Africa, boldly with black color Africa is written. Just below Africa in your right hand side, Darfur is written. Yes, Manya, the location is absolutely correct. Whatever you are showing on the screen, that is absolutely correct. At the corner of Darfur, you will find your White Nile. Okay, so what it is being done here, like this way, it is actually given. All right. So the portion of White Nile you are seeing in your book, you needed to identify it. You need to learn that location. You need to practice that location. How you are going to do that? See it carefully. How and where it has marked. Now, with the help of black gel pen or black dot pen, what you need to do? Highlight just that area only. Okay, White Nile area. If White Nile is asked, then highlight with black pen that particular line. Don't scribble it, just simply draw one line. Overdraw it. Okay, and write down over there as White Nile. Now let me tell you, most of you are having big size handwriting. Means means whenever you write, you cover the entire lines. In map work, what is basically done, you know, because the space is very much small. Okay, space is very much small, so little bit small handwriting is required. Okay, little bit small handwriting so that it looks little bit neatly. Okay, it looks little bit clean. That is why it is advised to you that use a small size of handwriting. Okay, to you it should be visible. To me it should be visible. That's it. Clear? So this was regarding white line. Now, if any water body comes, especially rivers, if any water body comes to mark in your map work, especially rivers, you need to highlight the flow of river with your black gel pen or black ball pen. All right. Here this is Nile. In the center of Africa, last class I told you, Congo or River Zaire, both the names can come. Don't get confused that which one is River Zaire and which one is River Congo. Both are the same name. All right. If Congo River comes or your Zaire River comes, you know, it is little bit like this way. All right. Sloping. Right. Now, again, highlighting the Congo River, the main branch. Highlighting it. I'm using chalk, that is why I'm scribbling it numerous times, but you will be having a different color pen. Just one strike is enough. One stroke is enough. Now, writing down as over here R dot Congo slash Zaire. Think first of all in your question paper what name is asked. Either it is asked Congo or it is asked Zaire or it is asked like this manner, both Congo as well as Zaire. Whatever is asked, however is asked, mark it in the same manner. Okay. And there is one more thing. When it comes in writing of names of rivers, oceans, water bodies and everything, you are having one exception, that is you don't have to write complete river Zaire slash Congo. Means for river, you can use capital R dot. Now, okay, capital R dot and then Zaire slash Congo. Or it is asked Congo, then you need to write Zaire, just write R dot Congo. Okay, this is the short method, appropriate method, and it will not take that much time as well. First thing, acha, when we are talking about lakes, Lake Victoria, Lake Tana, right? Now, what you need to do? There also you can use capital L dot and Victoria, like this. Capital L dot and Victoria. I hope everybody is getting this particular point. Okay. So this were one more. Whenever we are talking about to mark any mountain ranges, okay, take for an example Mount Kilimanjaro, famous this thing, your mountain in Africa. What you need to do? For mountain, you can write MT dot. Simple. You can write down, yes, Varuna and Aditya, I'm coming towards you, don't worry. Okay. MT dot then Kilimanjaro. MT dot. River R dot, lake L dot, mountain MT dot. That's it. Okay. These were so the ways how you are going to write it. Now comes before proceeding further, let's see 3 students are raising hand. What doubt they have? Let me check. And rest of you, if you have to ask anything regarding math work, ask it today itself. Ask it today. You're having complete half an hour to clear your doubts. Anything if you're having in your math work, because math contains 10 marks and you do it. It is important. Clear? So starting with Aditi. Unmute yourself, Aditi.
Yes, I had to ask you, like,
Speakers. Aditi, put your speaker in front of your mouth.
yes, I had to ask that the map will come in the exam. So, like, the first marking is Mount Kilimanjaro. So, near Mount Kilimanjaro, we can also write number 1.
It is you can write it, but the thing is that you know what, it becomes difficult for us to check your copies. Why? You know, because 1, 2, 3, 4, if you are writing the numbers, that is okay, that is not completely wrong. Okay, but because you're writing because you're doing that work at your home, you are having enough time to do that. Prefer writing the names. Prefer writing the names. If it is not happening, in that case, if you are doing only understanding, but we prefer writing the names. Simply write the names. Small in small and write the names. Okay, Aditi? Let's go first. Varuna. Varuna, unmute yourself, ask your doubt.
Good morning, ma'am.
No.
Miss, I want to ask that Miss, we have got the map work in our answer sheet.
Okay. You have received your map work in your answer sheet.
Miss, I want to ask, we have got.
Actually, you are asking me whether you have got or not. Yes, you have got. You have received from school. Okay, you have received the map work from school, but the thing is that in that rivers are marked or not, that I am not confirmed. That I will be confirming, and then I will be telling it to you. Okay, if the rivers are marked, that just now I told you, if rivers are marked, you just need to identify those rivers, and half of the work becomes easy. Okay, half of the works become easy. Okay, Varna. Then coming towards Ayushman Dwivedi. Unmute yourself, Ayushman.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning. Please ask your doubt.
Ma'am, how we will denote? Ma'am, we simply write the names.
Sorry, please repeat yourself.
Ma'am, how we will denote? Ma'am, we simply write the names.
See, in your question paper, 10 names of map work will be given. Your work is to take the map and make sure in the map work, all of you are writing your name, class, roll number, section clearly. Okay, and attach at the last in the geography answer sheet when you are having a geography examination. First thing. Second thing, your doubt, Ayushman. Just mark it properly. Just now I will be telling you how you are going to mark all these names in your map. Names, you have to write it. Make sure you are using little bit small handwriting to write it. Identify it, identify the location, search the location, find the location, and write down the names. That's what you have to do, Ayush. Okay? Manya. Unmute yourself, Manya. Manya, are you here? Manya, are you able to hear me? Remove it. Not able to hear anything from your side. Remove your speaker. Not able to. Please say. Very slow voice is coming. Put the speaker in front of your mouth.
Ma'am?
Yes, Manya.
Ma'am?
Yes, Manya. Tell me, I'm able to hear you now.
Ma'am, I want to ask that like lakes are given in every hospital, it is given like small light bluish color. So we will outline that lakes.
Just do one thing, Manya. Is your cable of your headphone is still attached to your computer? The device which you are using, your headphone, still its cable is attached. If it is attached, remove it completely.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
Now my voice is coming.
Yes, ma'am.
Now ask what you were asking.
Miss, I was asking that like in everyone's book in that the map work which is given for practice, in that it is given very small blue color, light bluish color, lakes. So we will outline that lakes.
You can do two things. Either you can outline those lakes with help of pencil, or if, take for an example, this type of thing is given in your book. All right, and it is given in light blue color. You can do one thing. You can take your pencil, not pen, pencil. Either you shade it with a very light hand over here and write down as Lake Victoria for an example. Okay, and make sure you are giving arrows also. Means if, take for an example, if this thing is given right over there and you have simply written here Lake Victoria. You know that there will be many lakes surrounding this particular area. Which one is the Lake Victoria which you want to identify? What you need to do? Lake Victoria, you have written over here. Space is there. Give it a four arrow mark to indicate that which lake's name you have written. Okay, take for an example, if Lake Tanganyika is coming, your Lake Victoria is here and your Lake Tanganyika is here only. If you are not giving an arrow, which one I am supposed to know that which name you have written? Either you have written your Lake Victoria for this particular area or this particular area. Confusion comes. So to avoid the confusion, Lake Victoria is this one. Give it a down upward arrow and indicate it this particular thing. Yes, this particular one is Lake Victoria. If you are writing, you can enter L dot pan gam Yika. Give it a arrow mark and either you shade it or you simply encircle those things with the help of pencil. Manya, have you understood? Anything else you want to ask, Manya?
Yes, ma'am.
Please continue.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Vaishnavi Srivastava. Varun, I'm coming back to you. Don't worry. Today I will be clearing only your doubts. Vaishnavi, I have unmuted yourself. Please ask your doubt.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, here we can write river Zaire or R dot Zaire.
Yes, I have already told you in the beginning itself that for river, you can also write R dot. For lake, you can also write L dot. For mountain, you can write as MT dot. Okay?
Thank you.
Navya, you're here. Unmute yourself, Navya.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning. Please ask your doubt.
Miss, you have marked some mountains with red pens also in PDF, so we can use red pens in the exam.
No. That is just to show you because I prepared that map with the help of computer only. I didn't mark it with the help of my pencil and everything, and I've clicked the photo, then I have pasted in that PDF. No, I did it with the help of mouse cursor only. So don't use a red color. I'm telling you, in the previously only I have told you, either you use black gel pen or black ball pen or sharp pencil. That's it. Don't use any other color. Got it?
Miss, we can use blue color.
Choose the correct color. If you are using color, choose the correct color. For rivers, for water bodies, for lakes, blue color is there, you use blue color. For mountain, brown color is there, use brown color. Desert, yellow color. Plateau, orange color. Got it? Forest area, plain area, green color. If you are using color, use it the correct way. Otherwise, don't use it at all. And please, for God's sake, don't use pink, purple, and all other such colors. No utilization of them.
Okay, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
All right. Margarita, there you are. Unmute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Please ask me.
I've got the answer sheets. Like last time I went there to school to get my copies back, I got it, and I just wanted to tell you that I got the map of Africa from school. I don't know if you can see.
Margarita, actually, your background is completely blurred. Okay, only you are visible to me very clearly. Sure.
Can you see it?
Yes. Now it's good for you people.
Yes, ma'am. It's marked. The rivers are already marked.
That's very good. Is it blue in color or black and
No,
white?
ma'am. It's all black.
It's all black.
Yes, ma'am.
So if it is all black, highlight it as I was scribbling over here because it is already black in color. It is not blue in color. All right. But don't scribble it too much. You simply, now you know that your map work, it is marked with black color. So what you need to do, use little bit to highlight that line. Use little bit that to highlight the line and then write it with the help of black pen. Okay, now it is confirmed that you just need to now identify the rivers and the location. You don't have to draw it. So it becomes 50% easy for you to attempt the map. Okay, Margarita, beta, anything else you want to ask or you just want to? All right, okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, students, you know that the map work which you have received from the school, their rivers is already marked. You just needed to identify it very clearly, very properly, that which river is asked and what is the location of that particular river. Okay. All right. Varuna, coming towards you. Unmute yourself. Clear you doubt.
Ma'am, I have not got the map.
What?
Yes, ma'am, I have not got the map.
How this is possible?
Miss, I've checked, Miss, they are only answers which are there. Miss, they are not map.
See, Varuna, if this is the case, then willingly or unwillingly, you should come to school to receive the map from here. Otherwise, how you are going to do the map work? Okay, how you are going to do the map work? It is better that you inform. First of all, first thing you need to do is that you need to inform your class teacher that you haven't received a map from the school. First thing. Second thing, it will be now our responsibility and your duty to come to school or send anyone over here to collect the map. Otherwise, if map work is not there, you are losing 10 marks. Straight away 10 marks you will be losing, Varuna. Okay, but you have said it to me right now. Now I will be, from my side only, I will be informing your class teacher, but make sure that before exam, you come here and you collect the this thing, map work from school. Okay, Varuna?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ayushman Divedi, again you are having doubts. Unmute yourself.
Hello,
Yes, Ayushman, what do you want to ask?
ma'am. Suppose then this is the river line. So, ma'am, we will write this. No, ma'am. R, ma'am. NILE, ma'am. Nile.
Yes, yes, yes. You just need to mark it
Okay, ma'am.
and you need to write it. Okay? Mark it properly, but. Amit Gupta, you're here, 7th D. Unmute yourself, clear it out.
Miss, can we write the exam with ball pen?
Yes, of course you can write it. No problem with that.
Okay, miss.
Anubhav Sharma. Unmute yourself.
Miss, we have to shade the river with blue pen.
I will tell you. Just now I've already told you that if you are not using proper and appropriate colors, it is better don't use it at all. Use your pencil or black gel pen or black ball pen in order to mark the names of the rivers. Okay, Anubhav?
But in map it is given with black color.
That's what I am telling. Use black color to highlight it. Re-highlight it. You need to redraw it. See, one thing is there, students, if the entire maps this thing reverse is marked with black, already it is there with black in color, it is better you use simply pencil. So color will become little bit different. Yes, from black to gray. Clear? From there you can do your work. Mark with help of pencil. Anubhav, okay? Mark with help of pencil. Janvi Nigam, you're showing something. What is that? Unmute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, here on page number 106, you told to underline forest and these words. Oh, Miss, you told that the question can come that, Miss, which question can come that we have to write in this?
Why Africa was named as dark continent, or why Europeans called Africa as dark continent?
Miss, can you repeat once more?
Sure. Write it down. Why Africa was known as a dark continent. Africa was known as a dark continent. There's spaces there, you can write it down. A dark continent.
Yes, Miss.
That's it.
Okay,
why Africa was known as, why Africa was dark continent. You have written Africa was 2 times. Janvi.
Yes, I will make it correct.
Okay, just correct it up. Okay, Janvi, anything else you want to ask?
No, Miss, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Harshita, there you are. Unmute yourself, clear your doubt.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Ma'am,
morning.
can you please tell that in the due to excessive evaporation, there is high salt content in water. Why?
Hmm.
Ma'am, in the first chapter question, define the following terms you gave. No.
Okay.
Ma'am, brackish.
Brackish, no?
Yes, ma'am.
See, brackish means where salt content is there, already naturally present in the water. What will happen when something is dissolved in nature? Take for an example, you have poured 1 spoon of salt in a glass, in a tumbler, and you have whisked it with the help of a spoon. Now what will happen? You will be, if you want to taste that water, somehow or the other way, it is possible for you to taste that. But what will happen if you are boiling that water, water level gets reduced and the salt content gets high? Will you be able to taste that? No, it will become very brackish in nature. Okay, so due to excess of evaporation, do you know what happened? The dissolved salt which is present in the water, it starts to get accumulated at the bottom. We call it sedimentation. Okay, and you know the entire process of sedimentation, what sedimentation is. Clear? So that thing happens due to excess of evaporation, or in artificial manner if we are boiling something. In order to regain that particular solute from the solvent, so the entire solution can be removed. Okay, Harshita, that is the thing. I hope you have understood. Got it. Shruti, there you are. Unmute yourself, Shruti.
Miss, on that day you have said something to underline in the river Nile and Nile Delta. That I was asking.
Okay, let me come to that particular point.
Miss, page number 110.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay, in River Nile, Shruti, underline first of all the first statement. River Nile originates in Lake Victoria. Then underline separately, White Nile is the main tributary of River Nile. Then underline separately, Blue Nile is the another tributary which originates from Lake Tana in Ethiopia.
Yes.
Then underline Barhal Arab is a tributary of White Nile in Sudan. Then underline the length of the river. River Nile is 6,670 kilometers.
Yes, yes.
Okay, then come to the next point where it is written, it meets the Mediterranean Sea in Egypt and Nile forms the most famous delta which is 250 kilometers wide. Simply underline Nile forms delta which is 250 kilometers. Leave forms the most famous, leave that, underline only Nile. Then underline the next line, that is delta which is 250 kilometers wide. Underline, yes. Then come to Nile Delta. Then come to Nile Delta, and the first half of the portion that you have to underline means in its northmost reaches, the river Nile has deposited huge quantity of silt and alluvium to form a fan-shaped Nile Delta. That's it. These were the things which I have asked you to underline.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Now, everybody. Now is the turn how you are going to mark the names in your map form. Watch it carefully and try to understand. Take for an example, river. So I have already told you numerous times how you are going to mark it. Okay. Now comes the turn, and I have also explained you about your lake as well. If a shape is given, black in color, you already know it. Now what you need to do, just shade it slightly with help of pencil, the entire thing is shaded. Give it an arrow mark over here like this way. And take for an example, if this particular lake is a Lake Victoria, write down as L dot and Victoria. Okay, L dot and Victoria. So these were the things about rivers and lake. Now comes the next most important thing, that is your desert as well as mountain. First of all, we will be discussing about desert. There are Few important deserts which is there. The most important is our Sahara Desert. Okay, you know that if you are looking to the map which is there in your page number 109, you will see what is the location of Sahara Desert. Very clearly in a very bold black color, your Sahara Desert board is already given in the map which is there in 109. What you need to do is, don't do anything, simply write the name Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert. Simply write the name. No need to do anything. But make sure that you are writing those names in its correct location. If you are having slightest confusion that whatever space I have taken in order to write the name of this particular location, if it is wrong, then you can do one more thing and encircle a little bit area in the location of Sahara Desert. Either shade it like this way, give it an arrow mark, write down as Sahara Desert. Okay, either you can do like this way, or you can shade it like this way, or simply write down the word Sahara Desert. That's it. Okay. In terms of every desert name, you can do it like this manner. When we are talking about mountain, there are basically 3 ways to mark the name of mountain in the map. The first one is draw a simple line at the location of the mountain and write down its name at the top of the line. Take for an example, the line which I have drawn, it is your Drakensberg. Okay, it is your Drakensberg. If you are looking to the location of Drakensberg, you will see it, page number 111 at the last, at the corner one, southernmost tip, Sea of Africa, 111 map. Your Drakensberg, it is visible. Drakensberg. Okay, how it is given? One line is drawn. Like this way, line is drawn and the name is written as Drakensberg. This is one way to write and mark the name of a mountain. Second one, if we are talking about Mount Kilimanjaro, see in the same page how your Mount Kilimanjaro is marked. It is just below equator, just below Lake Victoria, Mount Kilimanjaro. How it is marked? There is one triangle drawn, completely shaded, downside written as Mount, downside written as Mount Kilimanjaro. This is the another way to mark a mountain. It depends what is the location of mountain. Mount Kilimanjaro is basically one single mountain. Whenever you have to mark one single mountain in the map, you draw a triangle. If you are marking a chain of mountains such as Drakensberg, you draw a line and then you write the name. Okay, these are the 2 ways to mark mountains in your map. Make sure either of the 2 you people are using to mark. This was the thing. Now, next thing, in terms of oceans, if Atlantic Ocean is coming, Red Sea is coming, Mediterranean Sea is coming, you know what is the location of that. What you need to do is, if it is Red Sea, you know the location of Red Sea is here. Okay, what you need to do? Simply write down as Red Sea. That's it. Don't do anything else. Simply write down Red Sea. At the top, here is your Mediterranean Sea. Write down as your Mediterranean Sea. Here, this side is your Atlantic Ocean. See the location? Write down Atlantic Ocean. See the location? Write down the name. Okay. Now, if Any latitudes are coming to mark in your map. Any latitudes means if it is asked mark and name Tropic of Cancer, or mark or name Tropic of Capricorn, or mark or name equator. In that case, what you are going to do? In that case, what you need to do is there is first of all a trick to mark all these three latitudes. What is that trick? Trick is very simple. The map which you have received from school, divide that map by folding it slightly into 3 equal parts. Means what? This is just a minute. Take for an example, if this is the entire map you are having, okay, and like this manner your Africa map is given over here. What you need to do? Fold it once, it becomes equally half. Then twice. Now, if you are opening the map, you will find 3 lines. First line, second line, and third line. So the top line becomes your Tropic of Cancer, middle one becomes your equator, last one becomes Tropic of Capricorn. This is a trick to mark all these 3 latitudes in your map work with its correct position. You just need to divide the map, fold it slightly. Don't just scribble and make it very sharp. No, fold it slightly so it becomes easy for you to mark the names. So the marking has come to your paper now because of the folding. Now what extra you need to do? Keep a scale on the map and draw in broken lines like this. Like this way. Okay, and where your space is there in your map, in your right hand side and left hand side, in that space you can write it down. I suppose this is 23.5 degree north. 23.5 degree north is what? 23.5 degree north is your Tropic of Cancer. Note down, students, that what question is asked in your map. If it is asked, mark the Tropic of Cancer, simply mark it with help of this one and simply write down your 23.5 degree north. But if it is asking to mark and name, what you need to do? Draw these broken lines, write the correct degree and write the name, Tropic of Cancer. Like this way you are going to mark it and make sure in that only, since I am not asking you to use any color, don't use any color, simply use your pencil only. But if you are using colors to mark it, what you need to do in latitudes only, you are allowed to use red color, red pencil color only, not red pen. No red pen, only pencil color. If you people are using colors, then only. Otherwise, don't use any color. Use simply your pencil. That's it. These were the important information regarding how you are going to mark in your map. Suppose there are students who are asking that, Miss, we can use the color. If you are determined to use the color, I have asked you to use the correct color. What are the correct colors? For water bodies, it will be always blue. Okay. Mountains, it will be brown. Plains, it will be green. Plateau, it will be always orange. Desert, yellow. Yes, Shruti, whatever you are showing, that is absolutely correct. Okay. If you want to note down these color codes, you can note it down. If you are using the color, in order to mark these particular things, use these colors only. Okay. Otherwise, I'm telling and repeating myself again and again, don't use any color. Just use your pencil. That's it. Okay. Varuna, you are raising your hand. Do you have to ask anything? Unmute yourself.
Miss Equator will be marked in the map.
Huh?
Miss Equator will be marked in the map.
I've told you that if question is there in your map to mark, then only. Don't mark it on your own. If it is not asked, don't do anything extra. Students, don't do or don't mark any other or extra names which is not asked in your question paper. You know, only 10 questions will be coming regarding a question paper. 11th name I should not see in your copy. If 10 names are asked, make sure you are marking 10 names only. Whatever is asked, do that thing only. Don't mark anything extra, anything else from your side. Clear? Ishita, unmute yourself, clear your doubt.
Ma'am, for writing names, we can use black pen on the map.
Yes, I told you previously only you can use your black gel pen or black ball pen. I've already told you.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Shruti, you're raising hand. Unmute yourself, Shruti.
Miss, what are dams?
Dams are basically a construction done by people, by us, in order to stop the flow of natural flow of a river, in order to harness the water from overflowing or from getting flooded. Okay. Sometimes what is why it is done in order to supply water in the remote areas where water is not available. That is why and that is how the dam is constructed. It is a man-made thing, not natural thing. Okay. Please, students raising hand. Anubhav, what do you want to ask?
Miss, now we can write with ball pen.
Yes.
Miss, we can write with ball pen.
Yes. Just not told you didn't heard or what?
Miss,
Anushka, unmute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Miss, in this topic, drainage, Miss, what you have underlined?
Drainage, first of all, I have asked you to underline the first line and the second line. Means nearly 1/3 of Africa has no direct drainage to the sea. Majority of rivers of the regions are characterized by rapid waterfalls and deep gorges. That thing I have asked you to underline. Then in River Nile, I have already said. You have you marked River Nile and Nile?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Finish that only I have asked you to underline. Anushka, anything else?
Yes, ma'am. Miss, in river Zira and Congo.
Zaire. It is not Zira. It is Zaire.
Zaire.
What you need? Actually, you need to mark in that only. That also entire thing you have to underline, but separately. It is a river of Central Africa. Underline it separately. It has many falls and rapids, hence not fit for navigation. Underline it separately. It is great use for hydropotential. Underline it separately. Ubangi, Kasai, main tributaries. Underline it separately. Make sure if anything comes on the river Zaire, you are using these lines as points to write down the answer in the examination. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
And
nothing, ma'am.
okay. Vaishnavi, unmute yourself, clear your doubt.
Ma'am, on page number 107, it is written the Eastern Highland is pursed by a number of rift valleys which contain a number of lakes like Rudolph, Lake Albert, and Lake. Ma'am, what is written? That sentence I cannot pronounce.
107 you are asking?
Yes, ma'am.
Please guide me to that point. I'm not able to find whatever you are asking. Which topic? It is mountain, lowland basins, or which side?
Miss, first one.
Acha, that thing. Its name is Lake Tanganyika. Typical name. Just Learn the spelling. Okay, learn the spelling.
Okay.
Asa Rai. Unmute yourself, clear your doubt.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Please clear your doubt.
Ma'am, on page number 106, ma'am, here is written discovery and exploration. Ma'am, here the topic number 3, it is written it has hot and damp climate. Ma'am, I didn't understand this topic. Ma'am, how it has hot and damp also?
Hot because of the equatorial line which is passing. You know that throughout the year on equatorial line sun shines directly. Okay, so the temperature here becomes very hot in nature. But why damp? Damp means why wet? Because of the presence of equatorial rainforest in between the Central Africa. Now what happens due to presence of excess amount of forest? Excess amount of transpiration occurs. You know what is transpiration? The entire process, the respiration of plants basically is known as transpiration. So what happens? Sun is also there, trees are also there. Now what happens over here due to excess of evaporation? Enormous amount of cloud formation is there. And when cloud formation is there, naturally precipitation in the form of rainfall will be there. It is noticed that in the equatorial rainforest, where the equator is passing, and if the forest is present on daily basis, especially during afternoon, it rains very heavily. And in afternoon only, we know that sun rays falls maximum. Okay, so due to this, sun rays, direct sun rays, temperature is very hot, and due to continuous rainfall, the climate is very damp in nature, very humid in nature, very wet in nature. This is the explanation. Okay, Asta? Asta, have you understood? Okay. Now, students, in the next class, when we will be coming back over here, we will be discussing some important points, or you people will be asking from atmosphere chapter. Okay, whatever doubt you will be having in your atmosphere chapter, keep it ready. And in the next class, we will be discussing everything about atmosphere chapter. Clear? Till then, have a nice time ahead, children. Thank you so much.